Hi, and welcome to my channel. I am Blue Lotus Vibes, and today is Good Friday, y'all. I hope y'all had a wonderful day. However, I decided to come on and do a little video. So I've been working on a template, and of course, I'm going to break it down to show y'all, but it is rhinestone. So I'm going to also tell you the supplies. Of course, you will need your rhinestone template, whichever one you decide, whether you put it on cardstock, you put it on some type of backing like plastic that you get from your Family Dollar or Dollar Tree. However you choose to store your template is fine. Of course, we're going to need a blank, and I have a blue shirt that I'm going to use it on that I got from Walmart. You will need your rhinestones, and of course I have mines, and mines are from no other than the baby's booty. Okay, and you will also need something to apply it with. So I have several different items that I'm going to use to apply them with. You may also need a picking tool, and more than anything, to transfer over, we're going to definitely need what is called KTM mask. So I'm going to go ahead and move us over to the table, and we will begin our design. Okay, we are at the table. I have everything together. It says, no worries, God got me. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to break down and show you the colors I will be using. This right here is our glitter HTV. That will also go in the design. It's going to go on the other side of our heart design. I'm going to go ahead and put this off to the side because we do not need that at this moment. Trying to pull off a piece of hair. And when you get a piece of hair, just gotta be on there. Okay, now we're gonna move that out the way. I also use tape, the painter's tape, to tape down so as I'm moving my brush around, it will not cause my design to move too far out the way. Another thing I like to do is only have on the table what I am working on, and that would be this right here that we are working on. I'm going to go ahead and take and get out my KTM mask that I will be soon cutting before we get started. But before I do any of that, I'm going to go ahead and take out my tape so that I can make sure my template does not move around as we are brushing in rhinestones. And you just need a small little piece. We're going to go on each side to hold it in place. Before I get out the KTM mask, I have green or emerald rhinestones. We're going to use a crystal golden rhinestone. And I'm going to also use crystal volcano in our design. I'm going to go with the green ones first, and that's going to go in the heart. Let's go ahead and get out our KTM mask. We're going to go ahead and size and cut this. And going to need about this much right here. So I'm going to just take this like this, get it to a point, and I'm going to use my scissors and cut so I'll know where I need to cut this before we begin brushing in the rhinestones. Okay. Just going to fold that where that's at. Take our scissors and go straight across. All right. And we're going to put that like that. Move our roll out the way. And we're going to go ahead and brush in our rhinestones. Want to make sure you put down a generous amount of your rhinestones. I also have a scooper if I can find it. If I can't find it, I'll just get them up. Okay, I had to go ahead and switch over. iPad died, phone died. So now we're doing desktop, y'all. Look at that. You got to learn how to work around and move around. So I did finish up our first brush in. I'm going to move y'all down. And we're going to work with it, honey. We're going to work with it. We just got to do what we got to do. I'm going to bring you down. And now, from here, you will just be seeing me. You will be hearing me and not seeing me. I just want to make sure everything is in place so that it can be seen. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get our KT mask together for this. We're going to go ahead and pick this up. All right. We're going to take our KT mask. We're going to get it lined up together pretty much with the design. And just like this. Now, let me go from the side. Sometimes you have to figure out which way will work for you. And like this, I'm going to go ahead and... Ooh, this make me nervous, honey. Go down. Okay, there we go. Now we are locked in. You want to rub it around a little bit. And take and hold one hand down and pull the other one up. Make sure all of your rhinestones are turned over completely as they should be. I'm going to go ahead and put the backing on. Okay, and that's simply piece number one. I'm going to move this out the way and we're going to go ahead on and go to our next part of our template. Okay, now we are going to go ahead and start on our letters. I have my first letter right here, which is my G. And because this is a fairly large template, I had to go ahead and, because I use silhouette, I had to go ahead and cut it in half, more or less, in order to be able to cut my rhinestone template out. But anyway, I went on and I did it like this. I just cut all three of them in half so I could use them. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Crystal Volcano next for our G. And then I probably will do that for the O as well as for the D. Once again, I'm going to put a generous amount down. Always close your top up. And I'm going to go ahead and brush. And I like to go back and forth. Making sure we get it in, get good coverage in. Just got to keep going until they all flip over how you need them to do. Trust me, it takes practice. I have truly had to practice and do and do and redo and do and do and redo until I learn how to get it in. But now it's no problem. I'm going to go ahead and move this tape over a little bit. Because I had a piece that was sticking to my rhinestones, and we definitely don't want that. Anyway, we're just going to go back and forth. You can use a smaller brush. You can use a big brush. Whichever one will work for you as you accomplish getting your rhinestones in. But I think this volcano is a pretty good choice for this design I wanted to do. And I think it's going to work out. I'm going to take some of these off because now we have too many. And sometimes they will stick to your brush. You just have to take your time and take them off. And we're just going to brush around, making sure I get them in. And when I have this brushed in, I will come right back. Okay, so we have our crystal volcano brushed in our G. We're going to go ahead and take our tape. I'm going to go over and make sure I have no extra rhinestones. Okay, we're good to go. Just like this, we're going to go straight down on our G. I'm going to rub across. And we're going to pull straight on up. Making sure that we have all of our rhinestones out of our template. Like I said, I am testing this out to see how this is going to work out. I will, in fact, be making this design smaller to go in my Etsy shop for smaller t-shirts, whether t-shirts, hoodies, whatever, you know, one that you might want to use it for. I'm just testing it out right now on my shirt, but I will make it smaller. I'm going to go ahead and take our G up. I'm going to move that out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and go for our O. Just like this. I'm going to put it down. I'm going to go ahead and tape this down. And I think I'm going to go ahead and cut some of this off so that I can get it to lay all the way down for me. Enough to brush my rhinestones in, and I don't have the complications and the problems and the worries of it getting stuck under my tape. Okay, we're gonna do like that. Let me move a little closer. There we go. I'm gonna take and do like that. Let me cut it down because I'm gonna need to go across on the other side. So you got to make it work. You got to make it work. You got to make it work. Just like that. We're going to go down. And I think we are covered. I'm going to take the same volcano crystal I already had, or crystal volcano I already had. I'm going to tap on it and put a nice amount down. Trying to keep it just on the template. Going to go ahead and brush this in, back and forth. Just like that. Take your time. You just shifting it back and forth. You want to make sure you turn over all of your rhinestones. I'm going to brush these extra ones out of here so that they will not get stuck when I'm ready to tape down my template. I'm going to brush across like that. And any one of them that has not gone into the hole, we will simply take our picker and go back in and just put them where they need to go at. I'll take and go like that. Go like this. And just like that, we're going to go ahead and brush those together. Getting them out of the way. I'm going to take our picking tool. And I see a lot of them are not in place. Or they are turned incorrect. We're just going to go ahead and pick them up and put them in. I'm going to get all of these into place, and then I'm going to come back and show you how I put the TK mask on this as well. Okay, now we are going to go ahead and pick up our Crystal Volcano O with our TKM mask. Might have made this one a little too skinny. So this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. Let's see how big it is. We're going to go from the top like this. And we're going to hinge this down. So I'm going to hold like this. I'm going to go like this. And we're going to go straight down. And just like that, we're going to brush across. We're going to get our backing together. We can go in here and find the edge. Just like that. Pull. Hold up. Go back down if you have one of them that decide he want to stay back. There you go. Just like that. We're going to put that down. I'm going to get my next letter set up, and we will keep it moving. Okay, we are working on our last letter, which is D. I'm going to go ahead and tape that down to my self-healing mat. And once I do that, then we will be able to brush in the rhinestones and go on to our last part, which is Got Me. And for the Got Me, I'm going to go ahead and use my, I gotta see, these are Crystal Golden. So I'm going to use Crystal Golden for the last part of the design. I'm just making sure I tape this down pretty good. And then I will take the camera back down. We're going to go across this. I might have to get some more because I don't think I have enough in this tray. We're going to go ahead and brush these in. We're going to put our KT mask on it. And then we will be moving on to the last part of this template. I think that's about a good amount that we need. We're going to get our handy dandy brush. And let me make sure this light is not in y'all eyes. And we're just going to go back and forth. Back and forth. I'll go like that. Do some small little brush strokes. Like that. Go down. Come back up. Just back and forth till we get it in. Okay. I see we have a lot over here and not enough over there. We're just going to go over a little bit more. We're just going to go up and down, up and down, up and down. Every now and then you need to just take your brush and go across it. Because this one takes in bite. I don't know why I be trying to eat up the rhinestones, y'all, but it do. We just gonna go across like that. I'm gonna come back around again. I'm gonna use this smaller brush right here. It's like a little painting brush as well. Just go across, then go back. Just go up and down. All the excess ones, we're gonna brush that over, out the way. And after a while, if you see that it's getting kind of annoying and you can't get them all in, that's when you just pick up your picking tool and you will get them in with your picking tool. I'm going to put this up here. I'm going to put this right here so that we can catch them. This tray will pretty much take and change them over to a standing position that will allow you to be able to put them in the proper holes as they need to be for your rhinestone template. I'm just brushing across. Look like some of them went under. I'm going to let them go under. That's fine. All right, I did knock some out of place. We're just going to take the brush and go back over it. Brush them back in. All right. Okay, any of them that did not go in. From this point, we're going to go ahead and use the picking tool and put them in. So I'm just going to hold that down. Look where my holes that need to go in. And we're just going to place them in. Trying to get all the ones off the side I see over here. And you just use your picking tool. Pick it up. Put it in. I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to come back when I am ready to put our KT mask on. Okay, we are going to go ahead, get our KT mask ready. We're going to go down over our D. Just like that. Smooth it in. Hold down. Make sure you pick up all of your rhinestones as you go along. If not, go back down like I have 2 down here. Brush across them. One more. Take and brush across it. Pull it up. And I have one, I think it's an extra one, because I don't see where he goes at. I'm going to get my picking tweezers. I'm going to simply just take him and move him out of the way. Okay, now I have checked and looked and made sure all of my rhinestones are in place. We're going to take our backing. We're going to put that on there. I'm going to move this out of the way, and then we're going to go on to our last part of our design. Okay, we have our last part of our template together, which is, got a piece of hair on there, which is Got Me. We already have our KT mask cut out. We have our crystal golden, which we are going to use and brush in. And then we are going to be ready to put our template on our blank, which is a blue shirt that I had gotten from Walmart. And we're going to see how it looks. We're going to see how it comes out. Let me get into position. And we're just going to brush across. Just like that. There we go. Take your time. Make sure you fill all of your holes up. And by the way, this is SS10s, rhinestones, and rhinestone design. Gonna go across, making sure I put rhinestones in every last one of the rhinestone holes. Gonna go down. Okay, got that done. And I am also brushing across to make sure that I take up any of my excess rhinestones as we go along. We will go into our G. I'm going to brush down, go across, come down a little bit more, and just like that, we're going to brush up. We're going to go like that and brush up. Okay. Like that and brush up. Okay. So I pretty much have filled in the holes that I need to fill in. We're going to take our pile that we have, and I'm going to go along and put in any of the extra little ones that we need to put in. I'm going across and making sure all of my rhinestones are turned up the right way. I see one or two that are a little extra. I'm going to run my fingers across and make sure it's not. Okay, I see one right here. We're going to put him into place. Go across again. And it feels like everybody is in place except that one. We're going to take him out, put another one in, and take and slide him down. We're going to take this one, put him right there. Okay, he is now in place. This one is a little more darker than I thought. I think that's a different color one. I'm going to take him out, put that one in. Okay, we got too many over here. I'll take and put them in place. Okay, we got too many jammed up right here. I'm going to go ahead and finish this. We'll be ready to put the KTM mask down and ready to go to the heat press. Okay, I went on and I put down the KTM mask over top of our last little part. I'm going to go ahead and do this. And just like that. Uh-oh, we're sticking over here to the light. I'm going to do like that. I'm going to turn this over. Make sure everything is flat. Okay. Put this on here. And next we'll go to the heat press. Okay, we are now at the heat press. We are going to have our heat press at 335 for 40 seconds. I have a George t-shirt that came from Walmart. I will be taking off the pieces that are on there that we do not need. After I take off the tags, we are going to go ahead and get the moisture out of there by simply taking and pressing for a short period of time. It also helps you by finding the middle or the center of your t-shirt where you can start to put your design. We're going to go ahead and pull up. I'm going to go ahead and take some of this pressure off. I had too much pressure. Okay. I'm going to go ahead, take our shirt like this. You're going to put the two shoulder pieces together, just like that. And also the sleeves as well. Shake it around a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and put this down and take some of the moisture out. I'm going to also pull this down enough to the point where I know I will be putting my design. So it's like a little cheat guide that we're going to do. Let me turn you around so you can see. So I'm not going to go completely at the top of my shirt. I will be going 4 fingers down. So you're going to go like that. And I know I'm going to start about right here with my design. So I'm going to put my finger right there. Going to put this right here. And we will press this for a few seconds. Wait a minute. We slid over a little bit. Okay, there we go. And there we go, like that. Just for a few seconds. Then I will start with the top of my design, which I think I want to put down my word, my phrase, my title. I will put God down first. Give me a minute. I'm going to go ahead and put the G on. But along with the G, I'm going to go ahead and put my heart, because the heart piece does go over here to the side. I'm pretty much making sure that everything will line up properly as I need it to line up. I do have a pair of scissors. I am going to need those because we do not need all of this to figure out where we are going to place our heart piece. I'm going to move that out the way. Okay, I'm going to put that right there for the time being. We will take this off first. Well, pretty much, let me, before I do that, trying to place this so I will see where I want this to go at, because I know this does go to the side some. Okay, and I want it to be in the middle. Okay, so if I put that like that, this will go like this. This will go into that like that. Like that. Okay, cool. But I don't want it to be too far under my arm. So we're going to take that down some. We're going to bring that up some like that. Okay, cool. So my G will go pretty much about right here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put the G right there. About right here. Okay. And now I'm going to test it again to make sure I am located where I want to be at. And that will come down and that will go right there. Okay, so that is pretty much where I want it to be at. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put the rest of our letters down right after we press the G, because we want it to be lined up properly. We're going to go down for 40. Uh-oh, too much pressure still. We're going to go down for 40, and then we will continue on. Okay, we went down for our time. This is a hot peel. We're going to peel that straight off. I'm going to go ahead and put this down like this. So we're going to save our KTM mask for another time. I'm going to go ahead and put the heart down now, so that that will be in place. hold this. Okay, so I want it to be, I want that to get away. Okay, so I'm gonna have to have that come around about right there, wrap around a little, and bring it up some. I want it to come out like that, so it's coming right close to where I want it to come at. Okay, so this is exactly where I want this located at. We have gotten that on there. I'm gonna go ahead and put a Teflon down. We're gonna go down and come back. Okay, once again we have went down for our time. We're gonna go ahead and peel this off. Put our backing on. Okay. Alright. We're gonna go to our next letter, which will be our O. I want to go ahead and line that up just right. Okay, I'm going to have to turn you upside down, D. Okay, there we go. I'm going to have our O, and we want to line that up so it will be close to our G. So we can move this back over. Be careful, the rhinestones will be hot. Okay, we're going to do that like that. I'm going to line this up to be close to my G. We want it about like right there because it has to line up with the word that goes in here as well, because got me has to be able to fit inside of our word. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the O back up. And we're going to go ahead and put got me in because I did it in pieces. I want it to be able to line up properly. So I'm going to go ahead and take this out. And we're going to go ahead and go with this first. So we're going to go like that. And I knew I put that hard over too far. It's okay though, because we're going to make it work. And I know I just have to take those out. So before I go any further, so that will not conflict and it won't be stone on top of stone, I'm going to take my picker. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to take out the extra stones that's right there. And then we will press. Okay, I have put in and taken out what I needed to take out. This is what it is looking like. I have 1 or 2 rhinestones that I do need to go in and put in that area. We are going to go ahead and take our picking tool. I'm going to pick this up, place the rhinestones where I need them to go at so that we can complete our word. And can't figure out where it went to. Okay, I see another one I need to pick out. I'm gonna go ahead, pick that one out. There we go. Got that one off. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and line up the 2 that I needed to put in place for my G. I'm gonna go back down. I think I see one more I want to pull out. Okay. And there we go. Now I think I am satisfied with the way it is looking. I want to make sure that is in place. I'm going to put a Teflon sheet down. I'm going to go down. I'm going to come back and I'm going to finish up the design. Okay, we are doing our O. Peel that straight off. We did have one rhinestone. I don't know if it came off. Yes, it did. I gotta figure out where it went to, where it's supposed to go at. I think over there. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in place. And we're gonna keep moving on, finishing up our design. My picking tool, or a picker. There we go. I'll take and put him back into place. Okay. All right. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay, he is now in place. We're going to go ahead and place our V into place, which should line up right about here, like this. Uh-oh, got to come down some. Come over, come down about right here, up in this area, so it does not interfere with the me part. Okay, that is pretty good right there. We're gonna do that, and then we have the last little part, which is no worries, and we will be done with our rhinestone template, testing it. Okay, we have put a little heat, and this is what it is looking like. Oh, those rhinestones are very, very pretty. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to put this on so that we can use this KTMS at a later time. We'll get that out of the way. Alright, this is what we are looking like. Now I'm going to put my last piece, which is the no worries, and I want that to go right here. At first I was thinking about putting it inside, but I thought that would make it too much right there. So I am going to put the no worries right up in here. This is hanging out further than I want it to go. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to take and cut this. And I'm going to put it, I don't know, I still want it inside. I don't know. But I think I better leave it where I had it designed at. I'm going to put it like that. And I'm going to put this, because I wanted this closer in. Okay. Now I'm okay with that. We're going to go ahead and go down, and I shall return. Okay, we have our glitter intact now. I'm going to go ahead and pull that off. First of all, we're going to turn that off because that's hot. And this is a hot peel as well. We're going to go ahead and peel our HTV top piece off, which is your carrier sheet. I'm going to throw that away. Trying to cool it off a little bit because these rhinestones be hot. They be hot. They do be hot. Let me get situated and then we will go over and talk about this shirt for a little bit. Okay, so we have completely finished our rhinestone shirt. I think it came out pretty and wonderful. Like I said, it is pretty big. I will have to go in and critique my design because if you are not a big busted person or you do not wear a real large t-shirt, then this would be too big for you. So what I will do is I will go in and resize this before I offer this up in my Etsy shop. But this came out pretty good. I am loving the way the rhinestones came out. Once again, we went with a green rhinestone. We went with gold, glitter, HTV. God is in volcano, crystal volcano. And then we have our crystal gold for Got Me. Thank you for coming along, rocking out with me, looking at my videos. And until next time, y'all be safe in these streets.